Hi guys, good morning. This is Dan, and this is my channel, Engelgeist. Welcome to the channel. For those of you that are new, welcome. For those of you that are returning, welcome back. And for those of you that support me over on Patreon, thank you so very, very much. Today is the forecast for Thursday, June 11th. This is a timeless reading, or timeless forecast. So the message that is in here is for the greatest good of the highest good for the greater collective. I guess those are interchangeable. So that being said, I believe that this message, when it reaches you, whatever day it is, it might still be a valid message for whomever it reaches. So please don't turn it off if it's not May 11th or June 11th. It could be time for you to hear whatever this is, or this may apply to something that's going on in your life. All right, so that being said, let's get into what's going on. I'm going to shuffle the cards for a moment. The way you can support the channel, if you feel like you would like to, please feel free to follow me on my Facebook business page or here at my YouTube channel. Hit the notification bell so that you can be notified when I go live. You can follow me on Instagram at Engelgeist333. I'm not the best Instagrammer, but I am there. And then you can always book a private reading if you're interested. That can be found out, information on that can be found out by sending me a message on the Facebook business page. What else? That's kind of it. Oh, if you like any of the decks that you see, anything that I bought from Amazon, I have Amazon affiliate links in the video descriptions. If you utilize those and you purchase the deck, I do get a small percentage of the sale. Anything from Etsy, I do not get any percentage. These are just artists that I like to support. And so their links to their stores or to these decks should be in also the video description. So please support these artists. But just so you know, you can, the Amazon decks do, the affiliate links, if you click through and use those links, I do get like I don't know, it depends on the deck and everything, but it's usually like $1 or something. But it's, a great way to support the channel, and you get a deck kind of thing. You get a deck, and you get a deck, and you get a deck. It's like Oprah. TAROTPRAH. I'm not going to get into it. I do want to address yesterday's forecast. I believe that for those of you that watched it, I'm sorry about my language. I get a little bit impassioned and a little bit upset. That's not why I'm here, but I also think that we're not supposed to be here to not say anything either. We have to express our truth. So yesterday was a little bit about that for me, and I hope that people understood and were able to deal with that. Today will be different. So let's see what's going on with, what do we need to know for June 11th? Master number day. We still have that energy of the Hermit card underneath, and with that, the headiness of the energy of that Death card. The interesting thing I was thinking about after the fact is that in this deck, they don't refer to death as death. They refer to it as metamorphosis, like a butterfly. Like the ugly caterpillar, or the sort of caterpillar that doesn't have any real beauty. I don't want to necessarily call us ugly, but how a caterpillar goes into the cocoon and then metamorphosizes into something beautiful, right? Into the butterfly being a symbol of transformation. And I was thinking about that word and how they use that for the death card. And I love that, because it doesn't mean that we actually die when we let go of something, because death is very much about that. There's an aspect of rebirth when we let go of things, right? And so I like that they named in this deck, they named the death card metamorphosis, because it means that it's not really an ending, it's actually just a beginning of something better. Metamorphosizing into something maybe more suited to us, more beautiful. So that energy is definitely present and available to us throughout this week, I think. Utilize it, my friends. All right, let's see, what do they want us to know today? Okay. All right, guys, this is the Chariot. Magic carpet ride, guys. Direction and willpower. Do you see that? Sorry, I should hold it in the camera. So those are the words today. The Chariot is always fast-moving energy. I believe the Chariot is associated with the energy of Cancer, too. To me, the sign of Cancer is all about mothering and nurturing. It's a water sign. I believe that's correct. If I'm incorrect, somebody please correct me in the comments. But I believe the chariot is associated with the symbol sign of Cancer. And then always the chariot in some decks they refer to like sort of the celebration, right? But to me, and I think the chariot represents that there is an opportunity to celebrate. They talk about how sort of like bringing the chariots into the streets during like sort of parades when the warriors would come back or whatever. In cultures that it can sometimes symbolize that an opportunity for celebration, but generally as a rule, chariot is also like very fast moving energy, very directed energy, pinpointed, seeing a goal and heading towards it no matter what. What I like about this card, and it's usually always, depicted with a chariot, of course, like with horses and that idea of power and moving forward at a breakneck speed. Um, what I like about this chariot, though, is it's a bit more magical with this magic carpet, right? It sort of has a little bit more flexibility to me, a little bit more spirit involved. Um, just similar to like yesterday's death card, right? There's a little bit more spirit involved when you call it metamorphosis. There was that female body lifting up from that crystal, right? She was sort of like, it was like a lighter death card or a more uh, pretty. I don't want to kind of like base it down to pretty, but it was a more open like for possibility. And this to me, this chariot, this being a rug, a flying carpet, there's a magic to this chariot. There's a flexibility to this flying carpet. There's this idea that the journey can be magical if we allow it, and it can take us to places far beyond anything that we saw. Now, what I also notice here is this looks to me like sort of like a volcano, and then we have this mountain, right? And then we have the sun behind it. And I almost see this as a choice. Like we get kind of a choice in, do we approach our situations or do we like see our situations as sort of volatile and like volcanoes, or are they just challenges like mountains that we need to sort of traverse or get beyond? With this magic carpet energy or the idea of the magic carpet, when you think about how like if you, I know this is weird, but if you think about Aladdin, how the carpet kind of is able to flow and flip and move, and there's this sort of uh, what's the word, like a flexibility or a smoothness to it that I really like with this card. I think that this card is representing that we have a choice of which way we want to head or which direction we want to head in. If any of us are dealing with challenges right now or see challenges forthcoming, these could be challenges in our personal life, these could be challenges on the world stage, whatever these challenges are that might be pulling our attention, that's these mountain ranges, this volcano here and this mountain range here. We have a choice which way we want to fly over or which direction we want to go. The chariot is always, like I said, very quick, very distinct, uh, determined sort of energy, right? That's why we've got the word willpower in here, right? We have the strength and the direction. We have to utilize our willpower. We have to sort of almost demand that we move forward and choose our route in a way. But again, I want to go back to this magic carpet aspect. There is a flexibility here that I feel like is in this particular chariot card that isn't necessarily in other chariot cards in other decks, right? To me, there feels like there's an opportunity to sort of jump in the flow of the energy and ride it through. Even if it takes us over, say, explosive situations like this volcano, right? Or over, it helps us to traverse like sort of challenges that we may have that is represented into this mountain. It all leads us to this like the energy, the light, the awareness of the sun, right? So some of us may take different paths, right? Some of us might find ourselves in situations that feel volatile or explosive, like that volcano. But the chariot will get us through. There's a strength and a depthness to the chariot that it will get us through, and we have to trust that. Remember, we have this hermit energy underneath this card, right? So to me, it feels like if we're still exploring our internal self, if we're still having that sort of conversation with self and going deep, we can trust this chariot. We can trust that we're going to have sort of the intuition or the awareness of knowing which way to steer or which way to turn, pivot, that kind of a thing. And that's also that sort of lovely like flexibility that I feel with this carpet is that we don't have to worry about sort of the journey. We just have to be willing to get on and take it. And no matter how fast and furious it may feel, remember that we have that ability within ourselves through that hermit, through that self-exploration, through that self sort of discernment, knowledge, whatever we're gaining from really diving deep into our hearts, into our minds, and sort of sorting things out. And this could just be sorting things out in our day-to-day life about how we feel or what we're doing next. It doesn't have to be, fixing the world stuff, guys, but if we want to fix the world or we want to like understand the world, we certainly can do that. We need to remember that we don't have control over that. We have control over sort of where we take our experience, how much responsibility we take for our decisions, and then moving forward with that. The Chariot to me is also major arcana, so this has a fairly significant energy to it. It is about bringing us forward in I want to say like a powerful way, right? This is not, and then there's that aspect of Cancer energy to it, which is that sort of mothering, nurturing energy that I just want to call out and remind ourselves that even while we might be moving forward or witnessing situations that might be intense. I'm going to shut this door because the cat is acting a fool. If we're facing situations that might be intense or seem, a little bit overwhelming, remember that we can handle it. Go inward, utilize that hermit energy that we have during the midweek, and allow that to sort of not only ground us, but also solidify our awareness of self and our own capability. Okay? Star ancestors, hidden secrets, lost wisdom, look a little deeper. Okay? We've got do you see the ancient Egyptians up there in the sky? Beautiful. Do you see that? They're guiding us, guys. These could be our spirit guides. These are our star ancestors. This is that we are not alone. You are not alone card from yesterday. We are being helped through this. We need to believe that we are. We need to believe that we can take this journey on this chariot. That spirit will guide us. We have to have that conversation within ourselves, though. That hermit energy is kind of key to all of this. That's this look a little bit deeper in this star ancestor energy is about sort of going inward and finding those answers within ourselves. I really believe that each and every one of us, myself included, we need to sort of search our hearts right now, as scary as that may seem, and bring our hearts into alignment with whatever we know to be correct within ourselves, whatever that may be, without fear of reproach or reprisal, just going, answering those sort of questions for ourselves. And allowing our spirits to guide us, allowing the angels to guide us, allowing our guides to guide us, or Mother Earth, whoever you may pray to or take faith in. I suggest that you sort of, like the Star Ancestors card to me says, bring them in, right? Invite them in today. Allow them to remind you again that you are not alone, that you can do this, right? The chariot is definitely change, right? It's about moving ourselves or going from one destination to another in a rather quick and profound way. That destination can also, it doesn't have to be a physical rearrangement, right? It doesn't have to be a geographic change. It could be a change within one's own mentality or emotional well-being or feelings about a certain situation. That it can more metaphorically represent that also. But whatever it represents for each and every one of you, it is a powerful movement in hopefully what is a positive direction, a direction that allows you to nurture yourself or others and to have a better understanding and awareness of who you are and what you're capable of. So let's look at the grounding stone and see where that's at this morning. What energy do we need to be grounding in? Okay, this is carnelian, which also operates from the first chakra, the base chakra, the root. So this is embrace. I feel like this is about embracing not only ourselves and sort of our own ability, right? Our own, through that Hermit card, through that self awareness, through this digging a little bit deeper, we get to embrace ourselves and understand that we are in charge. We get to make the choices. And sometimes even not making a choice is making a choice, right? Choosing not to be aware or choosing to not, you know, choosing not to get on the carpet is also, you know, a choice that's being made, right? But to me, it feels like forward movement is available to us if we choose to embrace it, if we choose to embrace ourselves, if we choose to trust ourselves, trust our guides, trust our star ancestors, right? Those may be our angels, whatever those are for you. Trusting in that higher knowledge, trusting in the higher knowledge of one's own soul, and embracing that and allowing that to sort of carry you through today. Looking at sort of the bigger picture, connecting to sort of the light within that also connects us to the light of sort of the cosmos or the greater energy that's out there that spirit comes from. And grounding in that sort of idea of embracing that and connecting to that. I think it will be very powerful and beautiful. That is your forecast for the day. I hope it made sense. I look forward to seeing where these cards are going to go. We've got that, I want to say Eight of Swords. Was it Eight of Swords? Yeah, it's that Eight of Swords energy. And remember, I just want to say this too. Sunday's um, uh, card, right? Sunday's Starseed card, which is the underpinning energy for the entirety of the week, was called Baby Steps. So, you know, even though the Chariot is not baby step energy to me, we can remember that we do this in time, in a way and in a time that is comfortable for us. Okay, just keep that in mind. So that is your forecast. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I will see you guys tomorrow. Thank you for tuning in. Please like, share, comment, subscribe. I love you all, and I will see you soon. All right, bye-bye.